Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm going to talk to you about. First of all, take this day off my ears. Um, Again, people ask me this question a lot about closing. Closing. I'm a wholesaler. I've never done it before. How's it work? And confused. And those are great questions. You need to understand this. Okay, I'm not a real estate attorney. Never have been. Never will be. So I'm not giving you legal advice at all. But I'm going to give you experience that I've had over the years. Done a few deals over the years, and so I'm going to tell you this some professional business advice. Okay, that's what this is. Professional business advice. So listen, when you have a property, you want to wholesale a deal. Okay, and you had George, a seller. George is all excited about selling this house. Everything's great. Okay, so how are you going to hold? How's the whole wholesale deal work with your C buyer? Joe the rehabber is excited about buying the house, and you're right there. Okay, well, here's the thing. There's different ways to structure this, and it really depends on the situation. Okay, if you have a pen and paper, you need to write this down. Pull your pen and paper out, hit pause, go find it, whatever. You got to write this down. Okay, here's the deal. Okay, there's different ways you can just assign a contract to George is a seller. You assign it to Joe the rehabber. Joe the rehabber then gives you an assignment fee right there at the Walmart parking lot or at the pub, whatever, and you can do it that way. That's a pretty clean way. You get the money right away. But the downsides of it is this. Okay, if you go that easy peasy way, certainly it's it's cheaper for you. In other words, you're going to make more if you just do an assignment like that. You're going to get a check from Joe the rehabber for $5,000, $10,000, whatever you guys agree on. The challenge though becomes when the seller George, he may not want to see you making them the kind of profit you're going to make. Does that make sense? And so you maybe really have to kind of negotiate with him for a while to try and get the house down to 95,000 because Joe the rehabber will buy the house for 100. Going to pay $100,000 for it. That $5,000 arbitrage is your cash, right? So if you go out and you do a normal just a assignment fee and you get a check for 5,000 from Joe the rehabber, Joe the rehabber has a contract between you and George for 95,000, and then they have the assignment fee that says Joe the rehabber gave you 5. Okay, he takes it the title, and they clear you back. He's closing attorney, whatever. That he gets he gets paid, right? I'm sorry, not he doesn't get paid. You get paid, and he funds it. The thing is, though, on the settlement statement, it's going to show that transaction. So my point is this: if you know your your sellers squirrely, you really have to negotiate with them. You don't want to have that necessarily on the settlement statement because it might make him angry. So he goes into closing and he sees this and blows up, walks out of closing and all this stuff. And that's not what you want. Okay. Trust me, you don't want that. So the other way would be double close, essentially, where your C buyer, Joe the rehabber, wires the funds into an escrow account with title. Okay. And then you have two separate settlement statements, A to B, you're the seller, okay, and Joe the rehabber's funds fund that, okay, the A to B transaction, and then also they have a separate settlement statement between you and George. You and Joe the rehabber, you and C, right? Because you're B, ABC transaction, and you're B. I mean to flip you off. So that's it. Okay, so that's a great way to go. Another really awesome way to really kind of avoid this is if you're partnering with Joe the rehabber, your cash buyers really this is the heart of this whole thing. You really want to engender a professional real estate business relationship with your cash buyers. Your this whole thing, if you don't have millions of dollars to use yourself or hundreds of thousands, you want to get into the real estate game. You want to leverage your people with cash, leverage their funds by essentially being an extension of their marketing. You're doing the hard work. You're going to pay for marketing. You're going to talk to sellers, solve their problems, that kind of thing. Your cash buyers are going to have funds for this, right? So if you know that you're consistently giving these guys inventory, your cash buyers inventory. What I mean by inventory, I mean product, properties at a discount so they can rehab them or cash flow, whatever it is. start an LLC together, okay, and then just work it out that way. You can hire a real estate attorney too, and get all that kind of stuff signed up, but that way it's super clean. So the entity that's putting offers in is going to be, XYZ LLC, and it's based on the property address. So you can have multiple LLCs. It's a really good way to go. Get them on a real estate attorney. But if you talk to a good real estate attorney, they'll explain this in a lot more detail. The, Suffice to say this, just from a business perspective, if you can put offers in LLCs like that, it's just super clean, and you guys make a deal on how you're getting paid out of the deal in the LLC. Does that make sense? So it's a lot more cleaner. Sometimes, not all the time. Okay, so this is food for thought for you. Okay, the bottom line, what's the answer to the best way to structure deals in a wholesale deal? Depends. It presupposes wisdom. Okay, if you don't have wisdom in this business, you make stupid choices. It's not fun. Okay, you've got to be wise. Okay, so you need to have a relationship with your cash buyers and know kind of where they're at. Okay, and seek legal counsel. Good legal counsel. You can't. I mean, it's so important. Okay, it's going to really help you. So that's bottom line. What you need to be thinking about when you're talking to the sellers. Okay, so if you have any questions at all, if you want some help, whatever, call me up or schedule right down here on for a strategy session, and we'll do some business. I'll help you out. I'll just tell me what your goals are, and we can get you there. You can do this. Don't give up. Don't get discouraged. Keep plowing through. Keep your chin up. A lot of money to be made. God bless, and I will talk to you very soon.